Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Keiaradise. I will be rich. Today is February 20th, 2020. Y'all see this? Today's a good day. 0202202020. I love the number 2. It's my favorite number. Even though like in Chinese numerology, 2 means stupid. I think it's kind of funny. Like, I was born in 92 on the 2nd of December. There's a lot of 2 in my birthday numbers. And then, yeah, I like the number 2. So today is a 2 day, 2/20/2020. Also, Rihanna, the great Rihanna, Robin Rihanna Fenty's birthday. Happy birthday, Rihanna. Hey. And I am currently reading this book, I Will Teach You to Be Rich. And I'm only on the first chapter, but I really wanted to record like how I feel before reading this whole book. The before and after, you know, the progress of reading this book, because I want to be rich. I will be rich, wealthy. I will be dripping generational wealth, okay? I won't ever have to worry about money. I'm speaking it into existence and I'm publishing that for everyone out there. I will have money. So you can buy this on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description. Do use my link because it's an affiliate link, and yeah, I don't get it, like, you know, help me get closer to my goal with you. You know, this is only $9, okay? So I've heard really good things about it. Actually, a friend of mine recommended it to me. And I'm kind of starting like a little bit of a book club around this book. So if you want to join my book club, you can send me a message on Instagram or YouTube, or you can just comment below. And yeah, so buy this book. Okay, so this is I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. Ramit Sethi, he's like a very young, attractive Indian man, like an Indian American, I'm assuming. I don't know, I didn't really look up much about him, but he's cute. He's very much married. That's okay. So he mentioned, I've only read the open letter as well as the introduction so far, and I really liked what he wrote. He kind of wrote a prompt for the readers. So on page 2, which this is an exercise I want y'all to do too, because you just have to imagine it. That's it. It's all about manifesting and speaking things into existence. Anyway, on page 2, he asked 2 questions. The first question I'm not really gonna like delve too deeply into, but I'm gonna answer it just like very briefly. What made you decide to take control of your money today? So for me, what made me like really just, what snapped for me, or what sparked my, or incentivized me to like really want to like change my money habits and to start just taking ownership and like grabbing the financial system by the neck and being like, anyway, what happened was, I was at work a couple weeks ago, and I've always, you know, or in the past year or 2, I've been thinking about riches and wealth generation and stuff like that. But I think that like a couple weeks ago, it just really like hit me like, no, girl, you really do have to be rich. I want to be average. I want to never have to worry about money. Ever. And I want to be able to pass money down and like also share knowledge. But like what prompted that was basically just seeing other people's bank accounts, because I work at a bank now, and just being like, okay, you can really have control. My friend had recommended this to me a few months ago, but I didn't pick it up. But then that day I was like, okay, what was that book you told me about? Let me read it. And then I bought it on Amazon that same day, and now it's been about a week since then, and I'm reading it. And so yeah, basically what prompted it, just knowing that I can, knowing that I deserve. So the second question is, What does your rich life look like? Please be specific. So in this intro, he was talking about he reads all his emails, but I'm really not like an email person. I'm vocal. Like I'm an orator. I want to just talk. So I said, why not talk about how I imagine my rich life on my YouTube channel for all of y'all. Maybe it'll give you some ideas. Maybe it'll help you. Maybe you'll just find it interesting. But so for me, I know that I am not built to just do one thing. I'm not. I don't want to just have one source of income, a 9-to-5 job, and be done with it. I want to do everything. I am a jack of all trades. I'm someone who just cannot be focused on one thing. I want to do it all. I want to learn it all. I'm a very curious person. I'm a very my curiosity is insatiable. So how that translates into my rich life is that I want to have a very robust portfolio. I want to be a venture capitalist because that's what I've kind of in my experiences in the last couple of years, it's been leading up to this point, and I had the revelation a couple years ago, no, maybe a year or two ago, when I was working at my previous job in Shanghai for kind of a company that was doing venture capital. And I really saw that wow, that's what I want to do. I want to have portfolio companies and just be an investor and be someone who serves on the board. So I'm not with the day-to-day operations, but I do still play a big role. Maybe I'm also a strategic partner, which would be great, and I just want a robust and diverse and just straight up amazing investment portfolio that generates income for me in my sleep. I want to be a millionaire by the age of 30. I'm 27. I have 3 years to go. How is that going to happen? I don't know, but either strike gold or or I don't know, win the lottery. Maybe I start playing the lottery. Go on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I need to be a millionaire by the time I'm 30. Okay, so that's one thing for my rich life. I definitely see. And what does a millionaire look like? Because that's one thing that I've talked about with my dad. My dad and I, we talk about money all the time. I'm saying $1 million liquidity. I don't want that number to just be assets. Obviously I want assets too, but separate from that. Right? It sounds kind of oh, that's impossible. Everybody always thinks something is impossible. You know what? Whitney Houston and Brandy said it the best, okay? Impossible things are happening every day. Impossible for a day. You know that song? Impossible. 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 Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the Brandy, Cinderella, Roger Hammerstein, whatever, Cinderella, and Whitney Houston played the fairy godmother, and they have this cute song called Impossible, because she was saying how could I ever marry a prince? It's impossible. And she goes, impossible things are happening every day. And I feel that's one of my quotes to live by. Okay, so yes, I can be a millionaire by the time I'm 30, have $1 million in a checking account. Yes, liquid cash. Okay, I can do that by the time I'm 30 because impossible things are happening every day. Maybe it's impossible for other folks, but it ain't impossible for me. Impossible. Okay, so obviously aside from the $1 million checking account, or $1 million liquid cash money, also I want to have at least 5 properties. I think 5 is a good number. I don't know where. I think that I actually was advised by a friend, and I take advice. Okay, if you tell me something, I'm kind of be all right. If I have an idea and then someone can put a spin on it and enhance that idea, then I kind of go with that, because I feel like those are signs from the universe just guiding me. So I was always just imagining it being being a property owner to be for like consumer or personal property or something. But now I'm like, wow, I can. Oh, my friend had said, no, you should do commercial property. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. That makes sense. So I'm gonna be like, maybe I'll have, you know, one or two, like, what's it called? Personal properties, but commercial properties will be awesome as well. So the 5 would be of those. So I'm saying at least, okay? What else? I want to just have points on points on points. Whenever I want to go somewhere, I want to have both the wealth of finances and the wealth of time to do it, because time and money, they go hand in hand. The only difference about money is that it comes and goes, whereas time, you never get it back, you know. You never get it back. So I want to be able to have time and money. Yes. What else with my rich life? I don't know. I feel like I have this idea, because for me, I also want to give back. And I'm sitting here thinking about ways to give back in the most efficient, as well as, what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, I'm just gonna stop because I can't remember the word I'm looking for. You know, when you can't get the adjective. It's like the adjective. It's like, it's just not, it's not coming. Anyway, so I was thinking about like wealth or wealthy people. And I'm just gonna pick a wealthy person. Kylie Jenner. Right? She's like the youngest self-made billionaire. You know, whoever disputes it, fine. I don't care either way. She's got, apparently is worth over $1 billion from selling lipsticks. Cool. I just wonder, I'm like, I'm not, and I know that she obviously has to give a lot of money away. You have to, I mean, I worked in PR. You have to, like, you can't just sit on it, you know, like Mr. Scrooge McDuck. You've got to give some of your wealth away through charities and foundations and nonprofits and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, how do you choose which organizations to give to? Because there's so many issues in the world, and there's so many like things of, obviously you donate to like what hits closest to home. And then I'm just kind of like, I had an idea, because I was like, I want to give money to charity, but I don't know how to pick which money goes where. And then I was thinking about the concept of like mutual funds, and how could you, maybe this might already exist, but if it doesn't, I mean, I can pass the ball to someone. I'm not going to try to, I can try to find it or try to, like, you know, nurture it. But like a mutual fund for an index of companies and charities and foundations, etc., that give to a diverse and multifaceted like areas or different issues, you know what I mean? Like it can be health, environmental, animal rights, human rights, etc. Like, you know, these are probably like the main categories. Everything can fall under that type of stuff. And the fund, you give to this fund, and a little bit goes to each of these companies. So it's like you're donating to not just one, because like it's hard to choose charities as well, you know. So, and I was thinking like, I would want to either give to something like that and just like, you write one check and all that, you know, they're going to drop pennies in each bucket. I don't want to say pennies, dollars, hundreds in each bucket, but like, I don't know, that was the idea I had. And then I was thinking of like, how do they figure out which companies to put in the fund? Well, the fund is like, in order for your company to list on the fund, or it's not a company, your charity, it has to go through this kind of like strenuous vetting process and screening process. I was like, that seems like a pretty cool idea. I don't know if that exists already. If y'all know that exists, then let me know. Okay, so that's one thing I was like, I really want to give. Like, I see in my rich life, like me just giving them, but I feel like, not that I wouldn't want to be like an ambassador or a spokesperson for specific kind of specific like organizations, but I really do think it would be valuable to just say, hey, let's create a fund. You give to this fund, and all the funds, you know, go to different charities. And then on the website, it'll like give an in-depth analytics about like the finances of the group and all of the different organizations it gives to, where your money's going, and yada yada yada. So that was one of my ideas. If everyone wants to help me like fulfill that, fine, cool, let's do it, let's get on it. If it already exists, then let me know. So that's another thing about my rich life. I was like, I really see myself giving. Another thing is I really just want to travel. Like in my rich life, I want to travel to every country in the world, all 195 countries, sovereign nations, all of them, every single one. I've followed some people on Instagram and Facebook, a lot of travel vloggers who have been to every country on earth, and their experiences are just so, and I've definitely met people from like, excuse me, not every single country, but I've met people from most countries. Like, I think there's just a handful of countries that I haven't met someone from. And I'm like, I really want to visit all of them. Some of them are like going through conflicts. Maybe, you know, some places aren't too safe to visit, but I think that, you know, in terms of my trajectory, I don't really have a deadline for that. I'm not like, oh, I want to travel in 5 years, but I think 10 years, you know, and just kind of like go with the flow, like take opportunity as it comes, like that would work. And 10 years, say I've been to all 195 countries, and if say 10 years from now I'm going to a country like Syria, or what's another one that I'm thinking of? Oh my god, I was thinking about this stuff earlier, and that's why I'm kind of like, okay, Syria, okay, let's just Libya, Syria and Libya. I think that in 10 years, like the same stuff that's affecting the people and the country today aren't going to be the same issues in 10 years. Like, there are so many countries that have come out of the darkness in just a 10-year period. You would be so surprised. Or a 20-year period, you know. And I know that today things seem like really bad for countries, and as long as, like, you know, things don't get worse. I hope things don't get worse. I hope things just get better for like countries that, you know, that are going through it right now. And anyway, so hopefully by then things will get better, even though tourism isn't too frequent in those countries. I'm like, I've heard of people getting there, you know, and I do want to see and meet the local people and stuff like that. So yeah, my rich life will be, I can fly anywhere, I can go anywhere, all the countries in the world. Another thing that I think is big, I want to live in a lot of other countries, like, and not have to work, like, I mean, not have to like 9 to 5 it, because I still believe that I will be working as doing my multiple businesses, you know, like, but those businesses, I just want to be like conference call real quick, email real quick, fly in for a quarterly meeting, you know, or a monthly meeting type of thing. And then otherwise I'm like living wherever I want to live, you know, staying like, I'm not too big on, I like resorts, I like 5-star, I'm the type of person, I really like the high end, I like the low end, I like the mom and pop shop, I like the designer store, I like I think I can do best of both worlds, you know, stay in the 5-star hotel. No, I'm not doing the hotel, but I'm saying stay at the not, what do you call those, hole in the wall restaurants, and then stay at the 5-star resort, or, you know, anyway, just in my rich life I can just do whatever I want to do. I can do whatever I want to do. Okay, so this video has already been 20 minutes, way longer than I expected it to be. So yeah, just remember to grab this book, I Will Teach You to Be Rich, by Ramit, Sethi, and it's on Amazon. You can, the link is in the description. If you do end up buying it, do use my link so I can get a little change so we can quicker get to the richness, okay? Other than that, I hope you like this video. Subscribe and buy this book and get rich. Okay, bye.